Physics is not mathematics. Physics, in essence, is simple wonder at the way things are and a divine interest in how that is so. And this is a compulsive interest because not everyone has it. Some people would want to know how is it happening. Stripped of mathematics, physics becomes pure enchantment. You see water becomes colder, suddenly it becomes more voluminous. Water expands volume as temperature falls. It is pure physics. But how it happens? It's enchantment. And ice floats. Now, ice floating has got so many ramifications, implications. That is physics. That is Gary Zukav. And this book, The Dancing Woolly Masters, an overview of the new physics. He's talking only of new physics. It doesn't anywhere say about Vedanta, Hinduism, Dharma, anything. But if you read into it, everything he says is exactly what is here. Then this is Fritjof Capra. These are all people from Norway, Sweden.
Can you show us the cover?
Fritjof Capra is uncommon wisdom. I've packaged it very nicely so that my children will have it in good condition. I read them about 30 years ago or even earlier. This is the best-selling author of the Tao of Physics. I got the Tao of Physics also from there. I had to search for it. This is of Capra. And this is about fusing modern science and Eastern mysticism. And if you have read very ordinary, routine novels, Hilton.
Which one? The Lost Horizon?
Lost Horizon. Where he
talks about
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La.
Now, if you read that, you can take it that it is not only imaginary, but there's a lot of real, actual happening, which he has then couched into a story. Because in Tibet, in those days when he went, the lamas, they were living for 300 and 500 years, and their life was different. They used to intake very little, and the body would be maintained. The purpose of maintaining the body was to pass on the knowledge. The knowledge and the spirit has to be communicated. I know I did maybe 80 years or 75 years. I must have read it when I was 5, 6, 7. Lost Horizon, not a Shangri-La. These are fantastic. Those things are fantastic. If you read what is that thing where the Gagoon, the witch, the caves in South America, those are fantasies. King Solomon's sons.
In Africa.
Africa. King Solomon's sons. It's a fabulous mystery story and adventure story. But it has nothing of what Shangri-La is. Because there is no spiritual, there is no mysticism, there is no reality. It is just a fancy thing. And they've got so much of gold and
that's adventure. Yeah.
And it's adventure like your
Indiana Jones.
Your Indiana Jones. They go, they break everything and they take everything. So they are the white men and they are the great. See,
that's more of the colonial mindset. Yeah.
So
whereas Lost Horizon is not of that. So there was during the colonial era, you had bulk of the people that were of the colonial mindset, but you still had a small fraction that were of a discovery mindset. Right.
If you have heard the name Ernst Hemingway.
Yeah.
If you know Ernst Hemingway, Lost Horizon, the Razor's Edge. We went to New Orleans and all that. The place where some Hemingway would sit and write. But his mind was not of that thing. His mind was trying to understand something. Whereas Lautrec, that disabled painter, he was fornicating all the time, drinking. His mind had zero for spiritualism. Hemingway was the other. They were in the same cafe at the same time drinking same thing. Hemingway wrote all this. Razor's Edge, Lost, so many. No, Horizon was this other Hilton. So, people are different types. Some people are here, some people are there. These are beautiful, fantastic. See, you know about this. My Ramana Maharshi's grunter, Paul Brunton. How and why did Paul Brunton come here? Have you read all his books?
No, I read that one, In Search of Secret in India.
How Paul Brunton அங்க வச்சு அந்த பனாரஸ்ல அங்க எங்கோ நார்த்தில் இந்த மார்க்கெட்ல ஜப்பீஸ் கட்டுவார். And then this one bird fell down dead. So he brought that bird's body and kept it there. And then did some shushu mantra and all that. And the bird flew. So many magic things happened, which as a skeptical Westerner white man, they could not disprove it. They had to say, oh, something has happened. We don't know what. And like that only they went, and they followed. And Brunton ultimately came, and then he came to Madras. And he was living in Adayar riverside. Daily morning he'll go for walk. And he saw one Kuti Samyar going every day, walking over. So he kept track of him. Then he found that Samyar he was just a Brahman and he was having a house there. So he went there and did proper respects, gave him some whatever fruit or something. And he said, I want. The Samyar was not interested in talking. These are the ungainly tall white man. And what do they want? He doesn't have anything to take. He doesn't need anything. Because that Samyar is self-contained. This white man, Paul Brunton, is seeking something. Ultimately, he convinced that Samyar that he is genuine. Then that Samyar gave him the indication. If you are really interested, go to Tirunelveli. That time Ramana Maharshi's name was not even known. So Paul Brunton went there looking for him. Who is that Samyar? Somebody else. Oh, yeah, அந்த இதில் கோல்டு உட்காந்துருக்கு மூடம் அது உட்காந்துருக்காங்க. அதுதான் அது ஏதோ எல்லாம் ஜப்பீஸ் எல்லாம் படுமா. So he went there and he sat at the feet of Ramana Maharshi for years. Then he realized that yes, this is something out of the ordinary. If you read those series of books, Paul Brunton, and after that I have also got the entire series of Mauni Sadhu. Have you heard the name? Paul Brunton is the original. Mauni Sadhu built up further on that. It was more commercial, I suppose.